And the important thing to know about blockchain, as many of you do, is blockchain isn't all of the data. It is only the accounting register of things that happen. So for example, if there's an X-ray of my medical records to be stored on the blockchain, all that's recorded on the blockchain itself is the fact that that occurred, maybe how big the X-ray is, and some characteristics about it, and then who's looked at it since then. But the X-ray itself is stored on a computer at the hospital or in the cloud, and so the blockchain is just the accounting of it, not the data itself. So the blockchain getting bigger like this is actually just the accounting of what's happening getting bigger, and there's much more data in addition. And so blockchain is similar to genetics more than many other kinds of things, in that genetics does all these same things, in that there isn't a central bank of genetics. Genetics is peer-to-peer, it's fully distributed. What's replicating in Australia is not affecting what's replicating in Norway, and that it's a decentralized distributed system that's borderless and is replicating the genomes over time. And it's a framework of genes and metabolism of how the information is stored and metabolized. And then it's a protocol for how this is done. And so the way that blockchain replicates itself and transmits the information is using energy from mining. And the center graph is the amount of compute power that is consumed in mining blockchain over recent times. And as you can see, it's going at a super exponential rate as the amount of energy that's consumed to replicate the blockchain. And in DNA and genetics, the replication of the information in the genetics through reproduction, the energy for that comes from predation, and that you have to eat life to live, and you have to eat life to metabolize, to replicate and reproduce. And so in that sense, it's mining or predation is where does the energy come from to process the information, and they're both similar in that regard. Information flowing in biology goes from the parents through DNA to the RNA to the proteins to the metabolism of the organism, and this is how information flows through biology, and information flows in a similar way through blockchains. And a simple way to think about blockchains as a species is that the human genome is like a blockchain, and we are, as individuals, like tokens on the human genome blockchain. And so different blockchains are different species, and the metabolism is like the processing of tokens.